Hi guys, today we're going to react to Starlight by Wagakki Band. This is slightly different than what we're used to hearing from Wagakki Band. It has all the traditional elements in it, but the rhythm is different, and the type of song I think is different to what we usually heard from them. It immediately took me back to a live recording of House of New Orleans by the Animals. Remember that?
Of course.
Another thing that I liked about actually the visuals here, they have this pulsating aura around them every time they hit a beat. I like the way it combined with the visuals.
There's a reason that the style here is different, which is something I wanted to mention earlier, but I kind of forgot, but I had it written down here. It's actually the theme song for a Japanese TV drama. It's called, if I'm pronouncing it right, Ichike no Karasu. You know, when you listen to it, you kind of get that, you know,
yeah.
A lot of those sort of Japanese, sometimes it's animated films and whatever, but those TV series types, they have this kind of like a certain style to their theme songs, and this matches that perfectly. Away from that, you know, Wagakki Band sound fantastic. And to me, you know, the thing that I noticed straight away was it's like you go from modern instrument, like you see the bass players in there playing, and then next it's a traditional instrument, and then it's like the guitar and then a traditional instrument. It's such a mix, and most of it you can also hear, you know, within the song. It always amazes me how they put all of that together.
Yeah, it's a very pleasant spectacle to see the collide between those two worlds again. And what you said about the theme song, it does sound like an intro for a television series,
like a soap opera or something.
Yeah. Yeah, this is entirely different. I think I would have recognized that this is Wagakki Band just from hearing the traditional instruments in the background. This is not what I know of them to do.
It's different to what we've seen from them so far. But in my mind, it's not like that different, but it is slowed down and somewhat more poppy. But it does make sense being the theme song for a TV show. And I am not even sure about the TV show. But if this was a non-Japanese TV show, let's say, because I don't know how it works in Japan, this would be the theme song for a soap opera. It wouldn't really work for another type of show. So if that's the case there as well, then I can understand the structure of the song.
Yeah.
But it's still like I still get a lot of enjoyment out of this. You know, first of all, her voice is amazing. I always love hearing it. And again, as you've expressed before, it's fantastic to hear, you know, the traditional instruments along with the more modern instruments, and the sound is still here. It's just kind of slowed down and a bit more poppy. It sort of doesn't have the same edge that they usually do, which usually comes with that sort of speed and a little bit more aggression, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting that you said that you see it as something that is an intro for a soap opera. I kind of had it pegged for something as an intro for maybe an animated show for youth. I don't know why, but that's what popped into mind. Extremely pleasant.
It's like the more I was listening to it, the more I realized it has like this beat underneath it, almost like a disco beat. And it's like a somewhat of a disco beat or something similar to it with like a layer of pop over it. It's interesting. It's like I actually think it's a really cool track, but would probably have been a bit less confusing if it didn't come from Wagakki Band.
Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing.
At the same time, it's not that far removed from them as well, because the sound is still there. They hear her voice, the instruments. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a strange one, but I like it.
The things that connect my mind to Wagakki Band is her voice and the traditional instrument sound. If it weren't for those, no chance in hell I would recognize this is Wagakki Band.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, the signature sound, I guess, is still in there, but it's like it throws you out for a loop because you kind of go, hang on a second. And again, it's our experience with Wagakki Band. We've only heard, I don't know, 4 or 5 songs from them. So maybe they have more of this style, which is pretty cool. It's just like to kind of toning it down a little bit for something a bit more kind of pleasant. It's interesting. I actually did enjoy it. The problem for us was, again, with the translation of the lyrics, we basically got something that didn't quite make a lot of sense as far as the English goes. And as far as the meaning, it seemed like a very kind of positive song, but I don't like guessing, meaning because we didn't quite understand certain sentences and the way they were structured, we decided to kind of maybe
not forego
talking about the meaning. But musically, just a very interesting experience.
Yeah, interesting experience. By what we've sampled so far from Wagakki Band, it feels to me that they stepped out of their style and just did something entirely different. And that in itself is an interesting experience because I didn't expect that. I'm still surprised, by the way, that this came out of Wagakki Band.
And again, we need to remember that it's just us because our experience with Wagakki Band is fairly limited.
Yeah, by what we sampled.
You know,
Judging by what we sampled.
Yeah, exactly. People who have heard a lot of their stuff, you know, may have heard similar songs from them. It was an interesting departure from what we're used to. I don't think it was that huge of a departure, but it was still different, no doubt. But still very cool. I really like this band.
Yeah, it's a great band. Cool song. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
She's obviously like a real storyteller, and she tells the story fantastically in this song, singing it with that kind of approach and that kind of performance that's sort of, like you said, kind of laid back. It adds to that that whole thing I was talking about before with the character not really seeking sympathy. It's like, yeah, I am who I am. This is my story. Thanks again, guys. We appreciate you more than you know. Without you, there would be no show. We are loving all the views, all the engagement, and we hope to see more of it. We will see you soon in the next one, probably within a couple of days. So, yeah, see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.